सो गुड आफ्टरनून स्टूडेंट्स। आज की क्लास में हम लोग देखेंगे लिमिट का यूज़ क्या होता है एंड वाई वी यूज़ लिमिट। तो जहाँ भी आपके 0/0 का फॉर्म आए, इन्फिनिटी/इन्फिनिटी का फॉर्म आए, 0 इंटू इन्फिनिटी का फॉर्म आए, इन्फिनिटी माइनस इन्फिनिटी आ जाए, 1 टू द पावर इन्फिनिटी आ जाए, 0 टू द पावर इन्फिनिटी या इन्फिनिटी टू पावर 0 आ जाए, तो दीज प्रॉब्लम आर नॉट ईजिली सॉल्वेबल। इसको आप ईजिली सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि यहाँ पर आपकी जो प्रॉब्लम है 0/0, इसको आप इनडिटर्मिनेट बोल देते हैं। इन्फिनिटी/इन्फिनिटी इनडिटर्मिनेट फॉर्म है। तो इन फॉर्म्स को सॉल्व करने के लिए हमें लिमिट का यूज़ करना पड़ता है। तो जैसे मैं कुछ एग्जांपल्स दे रहा हूँ आपको, तो उसके बेसिस पे आप ये समझ पाएंगे कि लिमिट आपको कब यूज़ करना है। सपोज कीजिए मैंने एग्जांपल लिया, लिमिट x टेंस टू 4 x² माइनस 16 अपॉन x माइनस 4। अब आप क्या करिए, यहाँ पर x की वैल्यू 4 डाल दीजिए। तो x² माइनस 16 अपॉन x माइनस 4 में जब हमने x की वैल्यू 4 डाली तो 4² माइनस 16 अपॉन 4 माइनस 4, मतलब ये 16 माइनस 16 0/0 का फॉर्म आ गया। अब आप इसको नहीं इसको डेफिनेटली नहीं बोल सकते कि ये 0 होगा या कुछ और होगा, क्योंकि ये वाला फॉर्म जैसे आपने देखा 0/0 और इन्फिनिटी/इन्फिनिटी, 0 इंटू इन्फिनिटी, इन्फिनिटी माइनस इन्फिनिटी, दीज फॉर्म्स आर नॉट ईजिली सॉल्वेबल। सो अब आपको इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए यहाँ तक आपकी लिमिट थी कि आप अगर 0/1 है तो इसको 0 बोल सकते थे, 1 इस टाइप के फॉर्म को सॉल्व कर सकते थे, लेकिन 0/0 को आप 0 नहीं बोल सकते क्योंकि दैट इज़ नॉट दिस इज़ बियॉन्ड द मैथमेटिक्स। एक्चुअली ये 0/0 को आपने 0 बोल दिया। तो इन प्रॉब्लम को जो कि ईजिली सॉल्वेबल नहीं थे, इनको सॉल्व करने के लिए लिमिट आया। अब मैं ये लिमिट टॉपिक क्यों बता रहा हूँ आपको, कभी कभी मैंने आपको पूछा होगा लिमिट थीटा टेंस टू 0 साइन थीटा/थीटा, और मैं लिख देता हूँ उसको 1। सिंपली बच्चों 1 मैं लिख देता हूँ, बट हाउ आई कैन राइट 1? तो ये चीज़ें हम लोग अभी सीखने वाले हैं कि हम लोग उसको 1 कैसे लिख सकते हैं। तो लिमिट x टेंस टू 4 अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ, x² माइनस 16 अपॉन x माइनस 4, इसकी वैल्यू आप डायरेक्ट पुट करने से तो नहीं पा रहे हैं, तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, इसको एक फैक्टराइजेशन कर सकते हैं आप ऊपर वाले का। तो आपने लिखा है इसको x माइनस 4 x प्लस 4, a² माइनस b² को a प्लस बी a माइनस बी के फॉर्म में लिखा, अपॉन x माइनस 4, ये x माइनस 4 कैंसिल आउट हो गया। तो बच्चों लिमिट x टेंस टू 4 अगर आपने सॉल्व किया तो अब x इज इक्वल टू 8 आ गई वैल्यू। तो आप देखिए मैंने इसको थोड़ा सा सिंप्लीफाई करके इसको सॉल्व कर लिया, बट ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप हर क्वेश्चन में फैक्टर ही ढूंढ लें या हर क्वेश्चन को आप इजीली ऐसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। तो आपको एक मैं रफ आइडिया बता रहा हूँ जिससे आप लिमिट को थोड़ा सा समझ पाएंगे, और कुछ रूल्स भी हैं जिसको यूज़ करके आप उसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। तो मैंने इसको थोड़ा एनालिटिकली समझाने की कोशिश की है कि क्या ये जो 8 आंसर हमने निकाला, क्या ये एज़ पर मार्क करेक्ट है या मुझे कुछ और भी इसके आंसर्स को सॉल्व करके बताना चाहिए। तो बच्चों देखिए मैंने x को, ये फंक्शन आपका क्या है, ये एफ ऑफ एक्स फंक्शन हमने मान लिया, x² माइनस 16 अपॉन x माइनस 4। तो जब ये फंक्शन आपने डिफाइन कर दिया एफ ऑफ एक्स, अब x की वैल्यू 4.2 रखिए आप। जब x की वैल्यू 4.2 रख रहे हैं तो 4.2 का स्क्वायर माइनस 16 अपॉन 4.2 माइनस 4। आप इसको ऐसा भी लिख सकते हैं a² माइनस b² को a माइनस बी a प्लस बी। तो आपका ये 4.2 यानी कि x प्लस 4 आपका टर्म बच रहा था ना, 4.2 प्लस 4 मतलब आपका ये 8.2 आ गया। तो जब x की वैल्यू आपने 4.2 रखी तो ये वैल्यू 8.2 आ गया आपका। तो जब आपने x की वैल्यू 4.1 रखी तो ये 8.1 आ गया। x की वैल्यू और थोड़ी क्लोज जाते हैं तो हमने 8.01 देखे, और x की वैल्यू और क्लोज लेके गए तो 8.001 हमने देखा। मतलब जब आप x को 4 के करीब ला रहे हो, व्हेन यू आर ब्रिंगिंग x क्लोजर टू 4, when you are bringing x closer to 4, what you are finding, f of x approaching to 8, f of x approaching to 8, we are seeing the other side of this portion. Suppose आपने x को बोला 3.8 रखने, आप x को 3.8 रखो, आपका x प्लस 4 7.8 आएगा, थोड़ा सा और वैल्यू बढ़ा है 3.9, इट विल कम 7.9। You increase 3.99, it will be 7.99. When you go 3.9999, it will be 7.99. That is approaching to 8 only. So guys, this is actually your right hand limit and this is your left hand limit. Means function is not defined for x at 4, but just before 4 or just after 4 it is approaching to 8. Just before 4 or just after 4 it is approaching to 8. That is why फंक्शन की वैल्यू 8 इज करेक्ट. तो हम लोग लिमिट से क्या करते हैं कि जिस पॉइंट पर फंक्शन आपका डिफाइन नहीं होता है उसके जस्ट बिफोर एंड जस्ट आफ्टर, तो मैंने बोला फंक्शन की वैल्यू एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 4 प्लस पर, फंक्शन की वैल्यू एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 4 माइनस पर, मतलब जस्ट अबव और जस्ट बिलो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 8 हो रही है, इसलिए फंक्शन की वैल्यू एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 4 पर 8 होगी. तो ये एक आपका अप्रोच है जो इनडिटर्मिनेट फॉर्म था जिसको आप डिटर्मिनेट नहीं कर सकते थे उसको सॉल्व करने का. कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपके डायरेक्ट सब्स्टिट्यूशन से बन जाते हैं, तो यू नीड नॉट टू पुट द लिमिट हियर देयर. सपोज 3x² प्लस 4x प्लस 5, यू हैव टू x क्लोजर टू 1, x टेंड्स टू 1. सो यहाँ पे आप डायरेक्टली 1 रख के इसकी वैल्यू सॉल्व कर सकते हो. बट इफ़ यू फाइंड सम क्वेश्चन लाइक, ये सब क्वेश्चन आपके डायरेक्ट सब्स्टिट्यूशन वाले क्वेश्चन मैंने लिए, x² माइनस 4 अपॉन x प्लस 3, you directly put x is equal to 2, 0 by some quantity is 0 only, the answer is 0. Limit x tends to 0, this is 0 plus 0 upon, actually guys 1 plus 0 under root and plus 1 minus 0, that is 2 by, this is 1, this is actually 2. So by factorization method, this is one of the important method to solve the limit which we have used in the first question. So इसमें मैंने इसको factorize किया है, x माइनस 3 और x माइनस 2, इससे आप सॉल्व कर लेंगे तो इसकी वैल्यू -1/4 आ जाएगी. हियर आई एम नॉट एक्चुअली गोइंग टू डिस्कस हाउ आई हैव सॉल्व दिस. यू कैन सी द क्वेश्चंस एंड ट्राई बाय योर ओन. This is because I am not teaching you mathematics, I am just teaching you the approach to limit, why it is required to understand some questions in physics. So guys, this is x cube minus 1 upon x minus 1. When you put limit 1 here, this will be 0 by 0 form. So how you can solve it? By the same factorization method that I told you. So these two question you can practice at home. Now guys, here I want to tell you one more method, that is L'Hopital's rule, actually to solve this question very simply. So L'Hopital's rule says that you have to individually find differentiation of numerator and denominator. Like if it is given x cube minus 1 upon x minus 1, so you have to individually differentiate the numerator and denominator. So individually differentiating it, this will be 3x square. How I am writing this differentiation? Because d by dx of x to the power n is equal to nx to the power n minus 1. And suppose d by dx of x cube I am asking. So this n is 3. So 3x to the power 3 minus 1, that is 3x square. So that is 3x square. And differentiation of constant term is 0 and differentiation is 1. So limit when you put x tends to 1, this will be 3. You can solve this by factorization method. I told you the L'Hopital's method where you have to find individual. Suppose this is g of x upon h of x, g of x upon h of x. So what you will do for applying L'Hopital's rule? G dash x upon h dash x. If they are still not actually defined, then you can calculate g double dash x upon h double dash x. Still if it is not defined, you can calculate g 3x upon h 3x. Means second derivative, this is second derivative and this is third derivative. So what is second and third derivative, I will discuss later as we proceed. The other method is solving the limit is by rationalization method. You have to rationalize the things. What is rationalization? Suppose a minus b upon a plus b. So you want to rationalize. You can write this as a minus b upon a minus b. You can divide or multiply with. Or suppose if it is a minus b upon x, You can rationalize by writing a minus b upon x into a plus b upon a plus b. This you can do, or anything you can do to rationalize. So I have rationalized here, so that it, because if you put x is equal to 0, this is 0 by 0 form. So when you rationalize it na, so actually what will happen, see carefully, I have just multiply root 2 plus x plus root 2 and root 2 plus x plus root 2. So this will be a determinate form now, because a square minus b square. So this will be x and x getting cancelled. X and x getting cancelled. So remaining term is what? 1 by root 2x, root 2 plus x plus root 2. So you will say the 1 by 2 root 2. You can solve by some question. Rationalization method will work very simply. Now guys, suppose same question I would like to solve by L'Hopital's rule. So what I will do, I'm using the another color to show you L'Hopital's rule. Limit x tends to 0, the if it is a function of g of x upon h of x, so simple differentiation of h of x is 1, and this is actually guys 1 by 2 root 2 plus x, and this is constant differentiation 0. Now put x is equal to 0, so you get the value 1 by 2 root 2. And how I have written differentiation of root x is 1 by 2 root x. You see d by dx of root x, how I have written 1 by 2 root x, see, because I can write this is x to the power half d by dx. So this can be written as x to the power half minus 1 upon half minus 1. So x to the power minus half minus 1 by 2. So actually sorry, this I have done mistake here, because this is differentiation, not integration. So what is the differentiation of these things guys? So x to the power minus half na? So this will be actually nx to the power n minus 1 na? So d by dx of x to the power 1 by 2 can be written as half x to the power 1 by 2 minus 1 nx to the power n minus 1. So this is 1 by 2 root x. So directly I can write this as 1 by 2 root x. Okay, so you can use L'Hopital's to solve this equation also. Now guys, again rationalization I have used to solve this question, this question, this question, and this question. This you can write me in comment box, so I will give the answer there actually. And if you can take a screenshot, you can cross check, but first solve it and then find the answer. So answer of first question is root a, second question of answer is 1 by a, third question is 10, and the next question answer is minus 1 by 3. I have solved all the question, so I'm just giving you answer so that you can actually verify after solving this. So this is assignment for all of you. Now how you can evaluate some sums of simple, because this type of questions actually usually asked in your examination also. These are the standard format of the questions, like suppose x to the power n minus a to the power n upon x minus a, limit x tends to a. If you put x is equal to a here, so it will be 0 by 0 format, indeterminate, you cannot solve it. So guys, you can solve it by like that. X to the power n means if differentiation is n x to the power n minus 1, and this is constant, differentiation is 0, 1 minus differentiation 0. When you put limit x tends to a, putting the value x a and a to the power n minus 1. This is formula also, you can keep this in mind. Limit x tends to a is x to the power n minus a to the power n upon x minus a is equal to n a to the power n minus 1. Like suppose this question you have to solve x to the power 10 minus 10 raised to power 1024 x minus 2. You can simply say that this is x to the power 10 minus this is 2 to the power 10 upon x minus 2. It has converted in the same format na, x to the power n minus a to the power n upon x minus a. Limit x tends to 2. So directly you can write n is 10 into 2 to the power a to the power n minus 1. So 10 minus 1. So this is 10 into 2 to the power 9. So that is actually the answer. You can say that answer is actually 2 to the power 9. You can say that this is 512 multiplied by 10 is equal to 5120. So you see answer I have written here. Then this question and this question you will take assignment. So the answer of this question is 9 by 2, and this is actually, this is m by n, a to the power m minus n. So L'Hopital's rule actually tells you also this answer guys. Limit theta tends to 0 sine theta by theta, if I am saying. So use L'Hopital's rule, differentiate it. Sin theta differentiation is cos theta and cos theta differentiation is 1. So when you put limit theta tends to 0, this will become cos 0 is 1. So this answer is 1. Okay guys, so all the question you can interpret in terms of limit. So limit actually you can read in mathematics, but here in physics I only want to tell you that you should know this level of limit to solve this thing. This is very important concept, differentiation by first principle. So I am taking one or two examples so that you can understand how differentiation comes actually. So first, this formula you have to remember, f dash x. This is first derivative of x, or I can say that d by dx of f of x. So this is differentiation by first principle. So basic principle which is involved in differentiation, and from where the formula arises, differentiation of sine is cos, cos is minus sine. So that is actually this differentiation by first principle. This says that d by dx of f of x or f dash x is equal to, I can say that limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. So what this all about, I will just make you understand by some examples. So suppose I have defined a function f of x is equal to x square plus 5. So if I am just replacing this function as f of x plus h, the function will become x plus h whole square minus 5. Then I will use the formula. So I have written this f of x plus, this is f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, limit h tends to 0. Now you see here carefully, this is x square plus h square plus 2hx, because a square plus b square plus 2ab minus this 5 and minus of x square minus minus plus 5 by h. This x square cancel, this 5 and 5 cancel, this h I can take common and I can write here h into h plus 2x upon h. I cancel this and h. Now put limit h tends to 0, you will get differentiation is actually 2x. So if you see carefully guys, here f of x I have written is x square minus 5. You know the differentiation d of f of x upon dx is nothing but nx to the power n minus 1, nx to the power n minus 1. So n is 2x to the power 2 minus 1, that is actually this, minus 5. If you have to take the differentiation of constant, can I write this 5 as 5x to the power 0? Na? So d by dx of this 5x to the power 0, 5 is constant, take it out. X to the power 0 is what? If I am writing 0 x to the power 0 minus 1, so this will be 0 only. So differentiation of constant term is 0, that I have justified here. So this answer is actually 2x, which I can calculate by differentiation of first principle. Now guys, suppose I have to find differentiation of sin x. So I can write f of x plus h minus f of x upon f of upon h, limit h tends to 0. This is the formula which I have written here. This is f dash x or differentiation of sine term. So can I write this as f of x plus h? It will become, I replace x by x plus h. Na? So this will be sine of x plus h. So this will be sine of x plus h minus sine of x upon h, limit h tends to 0. So can I say that this is sine a plus b? You should know that the formula of sine a plus b is equal to sine a into cos b plus cos a into sine b. So I can write limit h tends to 0 sine x into sine h plus cos x into cos h minus, sorry, sine x into cos h, here I just mistake, sine x into cos h and cos x into sine h, cos x into sine of h. So this is cos x into sine of h minus sine of x upon h. Now guys, see very carefully here. I told you automatically that when limit theta tends to 0, cos theta what? If you have to calculate these things, suppose guys, I can say that if theta is very small, how you will find this value, because when you put theta is equal to 0, so this will be actually limit of cos theta when theta tends to 0. So put theta 0 here, direct substitution here. When you put theta is equal to 0, this will be 1. Limit of theta tends to 0, cos theta is equal to 1. Remember these things. Limit of theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. Also this one is result. Now guys, one thing I want to tell you here, if you put h tends to 0, I am not putting the limit h tends to 0 everywhere, only in a numerator I am substituting here. This will be limit h tends to 0, sine of x into 1 plus cos of x into sine of h. I am just replacing this term guys, this term by 1 into sine of h minus sine of x divided by h. So guys, this sine x cancel. So now limit h tends to 0, cos x sin h by h. So when you put this theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta 1, when you put limit here, cos x is what? Actually only cos x. So that is why differentiation d by dx of sin x, or I can say that f dash x is equal to cos x if f of x is equal to sin x. Similarly guys, you can find out what is actually f of x of cos x given f dash x is what. You can verify this method. This will be sine of x in negative, so minus of sine of x. So thank you everyone, I am stopping here only. In next class we will enter to differentiation actually.